Oh, there we go. Man, every time that intro plays, I'm in the back just vibing. What you know good?
I hear you. I think we're gonna get a copyright strike because you are super hyped. Talking about oh shit,
No,
oh shit.
see, that's
I'm
that's
like,
that's
oh
muted. No,
Lord,
see,
here
that's
we go.
everything
He
behind the
started.
scenes is muted, so no one hears it. So it's all good, and I can edit it out
Oh,
too.
okay, all right, here we go.
We'll find out tomorrow what happens if YouTube says something. But shout
I,
what's up, folks?
I think the word is she
Mm.
with the it at the end is okay. I think you might be able to get away with it in the context that you used it in.
I'll put the explicit check mark on the on this particular video just in case, right? I've been leveling up the channel. I've been talking with my man Rob over at TubeBuddy, and he's got me doing
Oh,
some diagnostics. Yeah, they reviewed the channel, brother. So
really?
you and I, we got some things to talk about. Yeah, they picked the channel and did some diagnostics on it the other night on the stream show with Brandon Strick. And look, I'm just
And you didn't call, and you didn't call me, brother.
but they were look. I was live doing something else, and then as soon as I got done, I flipped the script and I saw that my channel was being reviewed, and I said, "Oh my goodness!" But first and
Wow.
foremost, hold on. I got two things. What's up, folks? We in the lab. Shouts out my boy Tall Boy here. How you living? First of all,
I'm good, man. It's another week.
okay.
Just got back in town
Yeah.
and had a nice little trip. It was a non-tech trip to the nation's capital. The only thing I did not get a chance to do is go to the Lincoln Memorial, but it's okay. My little brother decided to rub it in my face, but that's all right. He got his bike locked. He got his bike, and you know what? He can ride that bike, and I hope he get a flat tire at the Lincoln
Oh my
Memorial when he
goodness.
rides.
Talking bad
Yeah,
about you.
yeah.
Talking bad about family
I
like
love him
that.
though.
I
I love
bet
him.
you do. I bet you do. All right. Second thing I want to do, I want to shout out to my boy Sean Doc Boyd. God dog it, I'm rocking the Let's Get Live. LGL, Pressing So. I'm just trying to level up with these content
Buying
creators.
all the gear.
I was
First it was
rocking,
products, now is merch.
bro. I was rocking. You saw me rocking Sammy's gear last week, right? So this is Doc Boyd right here. Let's Get Live. I'm just trying to hang out with y'all winners. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying
So
to
let
hang
me
out.
ask you, you're in California. What
Yeah.
is it like? Are you guys still in phase one, phase two, phase three of the pandemic? Like where are you guys at?
It depends. In my area, we are in what's called the believe it's the purple tier. So things are starting to open back up. I can go back and hit the gym inside now. I'm still kind of being hesitant on it, but I think indoor dining is like at around 25%. So it's starting to get there. As long as folks just be cognizant of everything that they need to be doing on the safety measures, then we're good. I see we
Gotcha.
got some comments coming in. We see it with the old school Tuesday turn up. Miss Priscilla Watley, God dog it. Every time she comes, I just need to say something. Huh?
What's up? What's up, Priscilla? I see you. She probably at work, working hard, hardly
Somebody got to do
working.
it. EB is in the
Yeah.
building. We see
Yeah.
EB.
What's up, Eric? What's up? What's happening, player?
Yeah, I see Senior here. Yes, sir. Check to make sure I don't
Yes,
say nothing I'm
senior
not supposed to
checking
say.
in. Right, right, right.
I love.
Oh, my man, West Coast. Oh my God, my man Jarrell Bay. Oh my God. Like, so this is the Bitcoin guy. So Eric,
Uh
Jarrell, y'all really need to go ahead because we're not gonna talk about Bitcoin over here, but
oh.
he's Oakland's finest. And remember, tell me when to go with E40, the hyphy movement. Remember
Yeah.
all of that?
Yes, sir.
He is the creator of the whole hyphy dance right there.
What?
Yes, Jarrell Bay. So
All right.
Jarrell, don't leave because we got
Yeah.
to talk tech, man.
Y-
But they gonna want to like that guy. Remember that video with "Tell me when to go"? Tell
Yeah.
me when to go. He was the
Okay.
guy that created that bit. He created the whole dance, the whole hyphy move. He's the creator of the hyphy dance. I mean, if you look at some of his old YouTube videos, like he's the founding father of it.
I heard that. All right. Yeah, we need to
Relation.
we need to stay in touch with him then. Get him on the
Yeah,
show.
you out
So
there in California too. You know, you out there in suburbia.
I'm out. Hey, I'm still out here
You
ghost riding the whip. You know, they don't know what to do with me out here, brother. They don't know what to do with me out here. Hit the spot
uh,
1006 in the building. Hello.
are you ghost riding on a Tesla? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, because you know the car drives itself. Yeah.
All right, man. I
We
see.
see we didn't act it up for a little bit. We got my man. We got your man. We got our dude standing in the back room here in the green room. He don't know what
Right,
he done walked into.
right. He's just like, we gonna talk tech and we talking something else. So I
That's all right.
I want to introduce this guy.
Yeah.
We so we hung out because we're part of a car club family, and then I guess both of us. I don't know if he's still a part of it, but he really caught me off guard because I was out of the country, and he told me he was out of the country and he was in Germany. And when he told me he was in Germany, he was like, "Man, I'm working out here." And I'm like, "Hold up, the same car club guy that I know in Atlanta, and we out there running red lights before the new mayor came into the city, and before it got real ugly here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
We doing it like that, And he was like, "Yeah, man, like come mess with me." So he's a really cool dude, and because he's a tech guy, he's an engineer. I figured, this would be great to be able to bring him in and let him and get some of his opinions when it comes to technology. And without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in my man, Mr. Terrace Williams. How you doing, brother?
Yeah.
He's come up with a
What's
tech
up?
dance. What's happening? Look, he leaned back like, "What's up?"
Yeah, what's
Came,
up?
came in too cool. You Darius was like, when are they gonna get done talking about nothing and let us start this tech show, brother? This is family though.
Yeah. So, Terrace, tell us a little bit about yourself for the audience. What's your whole thing about tech? What is it about tech that you love? And I'll just let you have it.
Yeah, I just love technology all the way around. I mean, from the phones, computers, to my actual career. And I'm a controls engineer in robotics. And that's what I'm doing right now. I program and troubleshoot robots. And I do a lot of programming and building control cabinets and things like that. So
Okay.
that's what I enjoy doing now. And
Okay.
I love to talk tech. I mean, I saw this, I was like, man, let me get on this and see what they talking about.
Definitely, brother. Definitely. So that's interesting. So I know. So first of all, let me shout out to Anna there. She had me speaking a lot of Spanish on her show on the Ecamm Network the other day, and I will admit here on the recording, I did cheat and use a little Google Translate on some things. But Anna, good to see you. Appreciate you for showing up. So Terrence, check it, man, because I'm in enterprise technology as well, and right. So the lab, we typically focus on consumer technology, right? So the like you said, the phones, laptops, desktops, software and hardware, things like that. But when you say you work and program robotics, let's talk a little
Yeah.
bit. Let's talk a little bit about that, man. I'd love to hear exactly what you do from that enterprise technology perspective as well.
The robots, I've been in the robot field since 2012. Um, Multiple companies sent me to 3 different robot schools, so I know 3 different robot languages.
Okay.
I went to Detroit, Alabama, and Charlotte. Um, Fanuc, the robot names are Fanuc, Kuka, and ABB. If anybody heard of those robots, they're industrial robots. They're not robots that like sweep your floor and stuff. These are robots that make decision on conditions with PLCs.
Okay. And we actually see folks are interested in what you're talking about for sure, man. What program is that on the robots that you're working with? You're obviously not old school COBOL or nothing like that, right? See, we flashing back to my day when I say COBOL, right? All this gray hair, but I'm sure that's not what you're working with right now.
Yeah, I mean, we got ladder logic, Pascal.
Okay, yeah,
There's a lot of different languages out there. Structured text. Let's see. If you never heard about function blocks, function block programming, but there's a lot of different ways to program things, and
yeah.
it just
Def-
depends on the application I'm dealing with or what what I have what project I'm actually working on.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So a lot of machine learning, artificial intelligence, that kind of thing. So brother,
Yeah,
that's right up my alley. I love, man, tall boy. We done forgot all about you. We done gone into a whole
yeah,
nother dimension just now, right? We talking about. We're not talking about my Roombas in here, like you said, that are cleaning my floor right now. We talking about some things that's helping the military, things that are helping society over. Like we already talked about, like my car, right? I mean, just some of the insights in autonomous driving and things like that that you're probably involved in as well, right?
yeah. The actual project that I work with now, we have robots that do autonomous driving, do the warehouse. So, you got somebody on the HMI screen, they go type in, hey, I want to load this job. The robots go to the warehouse, get the job, and they come back with the job and they load the press. And it's very complicated, but I don't want to get into all the programming and stuff behind it because it took, maybe, months to get everything working well. And
No,
I mean, it's a good field to be in. I keep telling everybody, get in the automation field. Like automation is where America is going right now. Like everything is autonomous,
yes.
automated. It's coming. I keep telling everybody it's coming.
Love that. That's a good point. I've always said there are two fields that are always going to be around: medical and technology, right? I mean, those
Yep.
two fields we're always going to need folks with expertise in them. So, welcome to the show, man. We get into it. I'm sure you probably saw a few episodes. We hash back and forth about the latest news in consumer technology. This week we got, I think, four or five topics that we're gonna go into, and I'm gonna try to remember to put the 8 minute timer on each time we start. So look at him. He can't even look at me with a straight face, right? I'm trying to get it right. Maybe I should need to talk to Anna so I can get those Ecamm triggers on my Stream Deck, so I don't have to worry about doing it manually. But I digress. First
All
story,
right, so
brother. First story.
first story, we're going to start out. We're going to do a little bit of autonomous because I don't know much about this, but Google just made Wi-Fi way better than Bluetooth, as they say. So they
Oh,
say
you gonna
Google
go
has
with that
released.
story? Oh Lord.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
going. Well, he just said I wasn't going there, but since we're going there, I might as well. But basically, Google has released a new app on Android devices that allows phones to connect with each other over far greater distances than Bluetooth, while making it possible to send messages to each other or transfer large amounts of data without an internet connection. The app has released. It has the mowing one feature, the ability to accurately tell how far apart two devices are from each other. The new app is called Wi-Fi NAN Scan and is mainly for developers to test, but it demonstrates how the neighbor awareness networking, which is NAN, it shows it how it works. Um, Based off of 9 to 5 Google, it says the app is able to measure the distance between two devices as well as allow the phone to be either a publisher or a subscriber. The simple app lets people pick which role they want to fulfill, and allows messages to be exchanged between them, as well as detecting their proximity to each other. So when a publisher starts a specific service, in this case, the Wi-Fi NAN Scan app, they are signaling their availability to potential subscribers within the Wi-Fi range. So, for example, a teacher could sit in a classroom, and when a student enters the room, say a school approved app, they will be connected together and can exchange messages. They will also be able to create an ad hoc network without using Wi-Fi access point. Devices can both publish and subscribe at the same time. They basically are saying the potential of a service like this is quite considerable. Saying that examples by the Wi-Fi Alliance include being able to play a game together with friends without access to the internet or listen to music on multiple devices at once. It also has the potential to provide autonomous vehicles a way to communicate with each other and share crucial information, such as alerting cars to nearby accidents or hazards, simply managing traffic flow or to reduce congestion.
Whew.
So,
You need to take a break. Go ahead and grab you some of that
yeah,
Minute Maid after reading all that, brother.
yeah,
Grab
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Shout out to Minute Maid, the unofficial sponsor of the lab.
Yeah. All right. Terrence, I'm gonna let you go first because I'm gonna be slightly disparaging to this story. But
only because it's Droid and not Wi-Fi. I mean,
no,
and not,
well, somewhat. But Terrence, what's your thoughts on this? Let me get these comments out of your face too. There we go.
I think it's something good. Long distance Wi-Fi is kind of weird, hearing it, but I guess you look at it as, you ain't got to be close to somebody. You walk in a meeting and everybody phones connect. I mean, we kind of already got that a little bit, but just in a room. But now you riding down the street and a car can send you a message saying, "Hey, look out! There's a tree branch laying out there in the road," which we already got that with Waze in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a good way that we can communicate across the board with Wi-Fi. Bluetooth. You already know Bluetooth don't work that far and it's choppy and stuff. Wi-Fi is a stronger signal. But I, I see it as a good thing.
All right. Well, so here's where I was going with this, and the reason I said I was going to be disparaging is because about 80% of what you talked about, Tallboy, with this particular functionality, Apple has already had in AirDrop. So AirDrop has been around on iPhones for many iterations, and everyone who has an iPhone knows that, right? I can walk up to someone that has an iPhone and I can move files, I can move data, be it either contact information, documents, pictures, whatever the case may be, with a similar device. It's also seen in the messaging, the iMessaging apps, right? So it's a whole different network where iMessages travel as opposed to the regular SMS messages, like when we have to send from an iPhone to an Android or to anything like that. That's why some of the messages are blue, some of the messages are green when you send. So all that I'm saying is that I'm a fan of technology across the board, full stop, period, right? And I think this is a good thing. Apple has already had this capability, and I'm not saying anyone is better than the other. I think it's phenomenal that they're coming out with this, and the more advancements that we can do across that radio spectrum, even better. So just like Terrence was saying, there's different types of capabilities that they can use this with. You can take advantage of, again, autonomous driving, medicine. Identification with folks, things like that. So this is where technology should be going on an enterprise perspective. Eventually, this will start trickling down, I think, to the consumer. But this, I think, will start at the enterprise, to where, like maybe in warehouses and stuff like that, folks are walking around with their tablets and their devices, and they're scanning in information for rapid inventory accountability and things like that. So this is good for the economy. I think, again, to further take advantage of the various wireless networks and the various radio frequency waves. So there you go. It wasn't that bad. Right. I wanted to say something really disparaging, but I said, you know what? No, I think this is good for the common good.
All right, so let me ask you, because I'm looking at it from a consumer standpoint and not, from a commercial standpoint.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it from the standpoint of, all right, you're in a room at a wedding, at a party, or a conference or whatever, and you want to share music or you want to share files. That's something that,
Mm-hmm.
I guess Android, and I'm trying to think of all the apps that are out there. I haven't seen anything like this. I know that there's something that has it. I just haven't figured it out. But like Terrace was saying earlier, Waze, it's funny because Waze, pretty much on my trip to, the nation's capital,
Mm-hmm.
we literally got off of an exit and we drove around an accident, shall we say, or construction, and we saved ourselves countless hours of time, shall we say,
Mm-hmm.
with Waze. Whereas this, like you said, you have this and it's already alerting you on your phone. Get off of the exit. Accident is 3 exits up or something like that. Um, I think from a consumer standpoint, how does it make sense? Like Tara said earlier, most of his stuff is not. I don't deal with your robots that vacuum. I deal with stuff that from a corporate level. If I set the computer to something and it goes out and does the assignment, so I guess I think that last message that you had come up said something about the government. This would be more government for government use,
Mm.
shall we say, as opposed to a consumer.
I think that's where it's going to, and I think this is also what Kenyon said. I think that's where it's going to start, right? It'll eventually trickle down into consumer applications, but I think government entities, enterprise organizations are going to have to take advantage of this technology before it starts really trickling down and be easy for everyday folks to be able to take advantage of it, right? Because it can open up a whole different can of worms and can of capabilities. So again, I think government and enterprise technology is going to find a way to use this in, again, manufacturing, industrial, things like that. So
Okay. Sarah, any other questions? I mean, any other thoughts? I mean, do you see this being used from a consumer? What use case can you see it from for a consumer standpoint?
Yeah, I mean, I could see it being good, but you already know the conspiracy behind it. You know, people gonna say they stealing my
preach, talk
money
on it.
and files and stuff, and I'm an Apple guy. I've always had apples, and I never had a problem with
I like
AirDrop.
you. I like you already. You know what? You're a good man. Yeah.
You know, AirDrop. You got your Wi-Fi on, you got your Bluetooth on. Anybody, a stranger, like, hey, here's my contact information. You ain't gotta do nothing. Just boom, it's
Yeah.
there, instant.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're saying that this is better than Bluetooth. So they're saying that you can connect via Wi-Fi
Well,
and you
remember,
can do this.
Bluetooth is only 33 feet too. So
Yeah,
Bluetooth is not that great. Bluetooth is really closed environments in the house.
You got to be right next to each
Yeah,
other.
33 feet, man. I mean, that you can't do anything really there. I mean, you when we finally get to go back out, you at the club or something, you see someone across the road, you trying to shoot them. Remember the video? Someone had the beeper phone or something, and they were shooting them the ringtone. I forgot.
Oh
I
yeah,
may be dating myself, but you can't do.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so
But you
33
can
yeah,
feet for
send it all the
Bluetooth.
way across the room, and you can't do it because it's not within that range. Whereas with Wi-Fi, however large your range is, it will allow it. But that's why I said Google said that Wi-Fi is better than Bluetooth. That was the title of the article. So
Yeah. I think it's good. No, again, I think it's good. We'll just see how the technology progresses and moves forward. Terrace, I think this may have been a comment for you. Let them know you're still on camera. When you were moving and adjusting your lights, just make sure don't nobody creep up behind you and and catch you off guard on camera. Because again, we
boy,
mostly
they got
streaming.
jokes for you, boy. They got jokes for
Yeah,
you.
we mostly streaming,
You
brother.
walk out the room, it's like, golly, bro, man, turned off and they didn't go. He didn't go see us. And look, and James didn't see it, so he didn't swap it to the two screens. He just put you all out on
I
blast.
did. Just zoomed in with you too. Zoomed in with you too. Oh, we got folks that are just chiming in, talking about how they feel. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. But we're not gonna do. Sammy, what's happening with your brother? You saw me rocking your gear last time. I gotta rock Doc stuff today, man. But I still got love for you, man.
What's up, Sammy?
It's a good dude right there. Anybody need any technology information from a genius who
He's only 17.
17 years old, has his own TV show, has his own internet show? Holla at your boy Sammy Superstar. That's a bad man right there. All right.
all right.
Let's go to the next one. What you got?
Amazon. Well, have you heard about this? Amazon drivers must now consent to biometric monitoring or lose their jobs. Now, I read this at first, and when I read it, I was like, "Man, that's really messed up." But let me get into the article real quick.
Mm-hmm.
To keep their jobs, Amazon delivery drivers are required to consent to biometric monitoring, according to multiple reports. The monitoring comes from cameras in their vehicles, which will take their photos and track their driving for unsafe behavior. Um, Basically, some drivers are quitting over what they see as a violation of privacy. Um, and basically, you have to sign a consent form. The agreement allows Amazon to collect biometric information in the form of photographs and in order to verify driver identities and monitor drivers' location and move. including miles driven, speed, acceleration, braking, turns, and following distance. As a condition of delivery packages for Amazon, you consent to the use of technology. And basically, they did this for a pilot in 2020. They said accidents decreased 48%, stop sign violations decreased 20%, and driving without a seatbelt decreased 60%. And then distracted driving decreased 45%, all with those cameras in place of the vehicle. Um, they says I think the people that oppose this are basically saying when a company says to its staff, "Give us your biometrics or you're fired," that's not consent. We are disappointed by the reports that Amazon is coercing in its drivers on the threat of termination to submit to face printing, as they call it. Basically, what they're saying is um, this is not for the people that actually work for Amazon. This is like for people who work for third party companies, shall we say. But the critics have said that the pace of the job is unmanageable, with drivers expected to deliver hundreds of packages in a 10-hour shift. And some drivers have reported not having time to find a bathroom, and the cameras will monitor for drivers who, urinate or, do the number two outdoors. So I mean, what do you what do you do in a situation like that? So
Man.
like I said, it's not for the people who actually work for Amazon. It's let's say you work for somebody's shipping and traveling company, and you're the third party to deliver the packages. They would probably put it in those.
Yeah. Terrace, I'm gonna let you go first again, brother. I'm gonna let you go first again.
I see it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. To tell you the truth, I actually have a device like that on my car, both my cars. It's from State Farm Safe Drive.
Yeah.
I mean, I get a discount with my insurance company for safe driving. They monitor my speeding, how fast I brake, turning and stuff. And I mean, it's just a little device they put in the car, but I mean, I'm not crying about saving money on my car insurance. But but I mean, if you look at it this way, Amazon you can track your packages better because that person is being tracked, so where actually the Amazon truck is, where your package is, which they already got something like that now. But I mean, this with anything, pizza, you order a pizza and you can look on your phone and be like, oh, because it's tracking a person, it actually showing you where the pizza is. It's coming down the street. You can be standing outside waiting for it or something like that. But I don't see it as something, that. But the conspiracy stuff. They are tracking everything, and it's just I don't know. I mean, I see it as a good thing.
Let me shout out one real quick, brother Bay there. No, man, we didn't kick you out of chat, so I'm not sure what had happened. We didn't kick you out of chat. Keep on coming with the fire that you've been bringing, brother. Keep on fire. And hold on,
everybody, please post your comments. Tell us what you think about this. Do you think it's fair for Amazon drivers to have monitoring in the vehicles? I mean, I guess Go ahead, James.
Yeah, so I'm a little different on this. So I understand both sides. I understand the side like the insurance companies and you plug it in, the smart driver thing, save money. That part makes sense. But that's monitoring metrics of the vehicle. That's monitoring metrics, hard braking, hard stopping, all of that. But man, this is a camera. And the part that I've got on the screen right now is literally that consent agreement that the delivery associate. So yeah, again, probably not the actual Amazon employees have to sign, but the ones that are third party. But when you step in the car, you turn that key in the ignition, and you got this camera watching you every moment. I yawn in the car, man. I stretch and yawn and whatever. And if this thing is going to report back and give negative marks to my supervisors that James was in the car and he was yawning too much, I'm not tired. Maybe I'm not distracted driving. I can see this being a bit of controversy should someone say they're losing their job or they go in for a performance review and they have issues with that. It's really on the line of privacy. It really is, but you are employed at will at a lot of these companies. So if you want to work for this company, right? So that's the thing. If you want to work for this company and you want to drive these trucks, you better sign this document and you better go ahead and do be about your business and know that there's somebody watching you. So it's a weird catch-22. I think it's really encroaching. It's on those lines of a privacy conversation, but I think Amazon is going to win just for the fact, again, employment at will. If you want to work for this company, these are some of the requirements that we have, and their lawyers would just say that it's just like the plug-in safe driver, cameras on the outside, all of that stuff, right? So it's right in the middle, right? It's right in the middle. I don't think this is done from being a conversation piece. I think they're just a little groundbreaking. I honestly think that when Amazon transfers all of their fleet over to Rivian trucks, the EVs, that this may be able to go away, right? Because the truck in the vehicle in itself will be able to monitor movements as opposed to having a dash cam turned backwards on the driver. So I don't think this will be long lived really in terms of what Amazon's going to do, because once they, like I say, spin up all of those Rivian vehicles, then I think this will get better for the folks that are driving.
I think, in the mid, like you said, it's a catch-22. Part of you is like, some of this is my privacy. From my understanding, for the ones that I do know that work for Amazon, they pay you well, but you work. It ain't no, I'm sitting down and I can get on my computer or my cell phone. You're literally processing because they got to get those orders out, shall we say.
Yeah.
So for you to get those, like they said, you got to deliver 100 packages in a 10-hour shift. That's literally 10 packages in an hour. So if that drive time, that's why they were saying, what if you got to go to the bathroom and there's no bathrooms out here?
That's tough.
What do you do? Do you even allot for a bathroom break? I mean, some people get a 15-minute, or a 10-minute break or something like that. Does Amazon even give you that? But then on the flip side, for the critics, it's like, this is their company. You can't come in and start telling the company how they're supposed to do business, shall we say. And if this is how they want to do business and they're paying you upwards of $15 to $20 an hour to drive around and deliver packages, not like, you got a CDL license and you work for UPS or FedEx. I mean, remember, you are just a independent contractor, and this is a great lick, so I just look at it from that standpoint. But I mean, this is no different from what was that prop case with Uber and Lyft that you guys had earlier, that you guys voted on out in California.
It was both of them. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't pass there, but I just heard the other day that the UK is now recognizing Uber and Lyft drivers as employees, whereas here in the States, they're not.
Yeah.
So I
still
mean,
independent contractors, correct.
so I think that if they go in and tweak the rule just a little bit, hey, you're allotted in that 10-hour shift, 2 or 3 minute, 30-minute or 15-minute breaks or something like that. And then that gives you the time to do whatever you want to do. But like I said, at the end of the day, people going to always find a reason. And if it's my company, if it's your company and you say these are your rules and I'm paying you, it ain't like they paying them $8, $9, or $10 an hour. They're paying them upwards of 15 to 19.
They're getting a decent wage. Yeah, you're right.
Right. So that's my thought.
No. I don't know, brother. I don't know. I'll get the timer right. First of all, nobody say nothing about the dope overlays that I had. So when I brought up the screen, look, your boy spent a little bit of time making sure that we were right for terrorists.
The laptop is dope. I like that.
Okay, say something, God.
Yeah, but I'm you be working behind the scenes, man. I got to give you your props. You be up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, which is our time. It's only midnight your time. I have to remind myself you are on West Coast time. So I got to give you that.
I'm just out here trying to get it done, God dog. I'm trying to get it done.
One of James Bonds again? Come on.
I'm trying to. I'm trying
See,
to drop them. I'm trying.
Terrace helped me out, man. See, he got one for me. I just don't know where it's at.
It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, I got my beats saved up. I got. Where we at? Where
All
we
right.
at? Let's moving right along. Let's keep our
You got the next topic, right?
YouTube chapters in alignment. You know, again, one of the things that I need to. What's up?
You got the next topic, right?
Well, we can
Nope.
talk about the Cash App.
Okay. Well, go ahead.
I think
you want me to help you out with it?
Well, yeah, because I use Cash App on occasion, but I know folks in customer service industries, more on the entrepreneur type of thing, utilize it as well. But I use PayPal more than Cash App. But let's definitely talk about this as well. Let's talk about.
All right. So I briefly scanned over this, but reports of fraud on mobile payment service Cash App are up more than 300% from this time last year. If you thought that made for bleak reading, several Cash App users told Yahoo Finance that they lost thousands of dollars after their Cash App accounts were hacked. All recounted how difficult it was to find a human customer service representative when they called Cash App about the missing funds. It's almost like an abusive relationship where you're trying to get a hold of somebody and they're completely ghosting someone who lost $3,000 overnight. As a result of the lost funds, they had to sell their personal belongings just to be able to make ends meet. Uh, Another person said that they lost $21,000, uh, and somebody used it to buy Bitcoin. Basically, COVID-19 has spurred a raft of Cash App downloads following the shift to remote working. Unsurprisingly, because the app links to your bank accounts and payment cards, it's also led to a rise in customer reviews alleging fraud, scams, and a wave of reports of crooks taking advantage of the increased dependency of these apps. It's basically, it's the most popular digital payment solution,
Mm-hmm.
as they facilitate everyday payments between friends and family and help customers stay on top of their banking. But they've also become a breeding ground for the ones who have ulterior motives.
Yeah.
Um, Live phone support is not available. Um, you get a recording if you call the number that they say, um, but live phone support is generally just not available at all, shall we say. Um, if your if your bank was just a mobile app, it's kind of one of those things. Use your banking app, but for you to use Cash App, which is more popular,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, people are being defrauded. So before we go into the story on our thoughts, I have a friend of mine who said he lost about $600 or $700 because the money was sent to the wrong account. You're
Mm.
waiting on them. There's no way to say, "Hey, give me my money back." Hey, you got to confirm this, So and when he called the 800 number, um, basically there was no 800 number.
That's
So
terrible, man. Terrible.
I've even heard reports where people do call the number and it's basically a scam line, and then you're thinking you're talking to a live representative there, and it's actually a scammer, and they're milking money out of you as well. So I mean, that's
That's no good.
rough.
That's no good. Before we get into it, let me shout out to Brother Ellis here. So we are actually multi-streaming through Restream. The main studio though is Ecamm, and I'm queuing up all of the comments. I'm still not comfortable with the way that Restream. I can put everybody's comments on the screen right at one particular time, and just in case there's a rogue troll or
Comment.
something that doesn't have anything to do with the context. That's why I'm not utilizing their feature, but appreciate the input, man. Yeah, we are actually using Restream to push it out to both of our Facebook pages, both of our YouTube pages, Twitter, Twitch, and my website as well. So thanks for that.
Um, there are better apps that you can use. But unfortunately, just like when the pandemic hit, COVID, when COVID hit or the pandemic hit, everyone went to Zoom. Well, Cash
Yeah.
App is the most popular one. So, I mean, yes, you could use Zelle. Yes, you can use Venmo. Yes, you can use PayPal.
Yeah.
But I mean, when people know green is that bright color, it looked like money. You know, you got the dollar sign.
Is
You
that
know,
why your
people feel
backgrounds are always green?
comfortable. Hey, man,
I
let me
love
drink
it.
my Minute Maid today.
Gotcha. Why? So why are you doing that? So Cash App is backed by Square. Square is part of Jack Dorsey. Jack Dorsey is part of Twitter, right? So there's big names in the technology industry behind Cash App. So it's a reputable company. But man, that sure is a red flag that there is no 800 number to call to say I got problems. That's a I can't believe that was an oversight. That there's no one or nowhere that you can actually call to say you've got issues with these particular things. So, Tara, let me let you go first, man. Tara, let me see what you got, but I'd really like to hear what you got to say because I got some more to talk about as well.
Well, first of all, Cash Out, like I wouldn't trust an app with my money. Like, no way. I mean, I have it and I use it, but like if I use it, I unlink my bank account after I use it. Like I don't just I don't leave my account linked to it because I've heard some things and I have friends that lost a lot of money too. And it's just, I mean, there's all kind of scams out there. I know y'all know about the cash out flip that you see on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You send me $50, I send you $500, and people be falling for that junk. Like y'all are crazy, man. Like this stuff ain't nothing but a scam. They have fake money to prove to you that they'll send you the money, and they have pictures and stuff. And it's very convenient that they have these ways of sending money because back in the day, years ago, we had to run. Oh, I want to send my grandma something for her birthday. I got to run to Western Union. Drive there. Get out in the rain and stuff. Now, I mean, Cash App, Zelle. You can do it instant. I mean, it's crazy how technology done took over. Like Western Union and going to Walmart sending money and stuff, but it's also very risky with your money. Like, I don't like taking risk like that, especially
Yeah.
in large amounts.
Yeah.
But, like today I went and bought a bagger for my lawnmower, and I asked the lady, like, what's your payment method? She said, oh, Cash App or cash or whatever. So I stopped by the ATM machine, grabbed the cash, and
Yeah.
I paid her like that. But, a stranger can get your information in some kind of way. They can steal your money, and I don't want to take that chance.
That's true, and so many folks are getting caught up in phishing schemes. So many folks are getting caught up in these types of scams. Again, folks are calling and saying you owe us money, and we need this money right now. And folks are getting intimidated and think that they got to send money or giving out PIN numbers and passcodes and things like that. Don't fall for that stuff, people. No bank is going to call you and ask you for your password. No,
Yeah.
the bank has no need for that. No one else has any need for that information.
No.
I'm a bigger Venmo user. I have problems with Venmo as well because by default it has the option of showing the transactions that you do with everyone. So I make sure I turn those off and make all of my transactions private. I think this Cash App thing needs to be addressed by some tighter regulation. I know the FDIC doesn't monitor it, but just the fact that, again, I can send money to, so I can send Terrence, I can send you $100 right now. It'll sit in your Cash App account. It'll take 24 hours before you can pull it out and put it into your account. Somewhere within that time frame, there's got to be some better controls. Convenience is one thing. Yeah, we all want to be convenient, but there's got to be some better controls in terms of when you start moving money back and forth. Just because I'll be the conspiracy theorist right now, right? Just because of domestic terrorism, just because of folks looking to do something bad, whatever the case would be, there's got to be some more monitoring across the board of when funds are moving. Look, Western Union, old school, right? There it is, right? Walk it over to someone. Go to your Walmart or go to your Target and sign some pieces of paper. And actually, Western Union is actually part of I believe they're FDIC insured as well, right? So if it gets lost in transit, both sides are covered. So again, we're a society that loves convenience now, and the Zells, Cash Apps, Venmo, PayPal. Who else is out there? I think I got all of them on my phone, but those things. We just got to be cognizant of some of the
Apple
challenges.
Pay.
Apple Pay, and they pride themselves on being secure and being private all the time. But still, man, it's not common sense. It's a little bit more than that. You just got to be aware of who you're talking to when it comes to critical, important data, social security numbers, phone numbers, addresses, and especially finance stuff. Especially right now. April, it's been pushed off till May, but tax season, man, phones are going to start blowing up here in the next couple of weeks. Folks trying to get into your tax records and stuff like that. Just be vigilant, folks. Be vigilant.
Yeah, when the stimulus checks came out, I started getting text messages, all kind of stuff. I'm like, here we go again with these scams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your stimulus is on hold. You have to call this number. I'm like, man, these people they try anything now.
That is true. That is true, brother. That is true.
Western Union, their fees are high. I'm sorry.
Is that right?
Yeah. To transfer some money, to send $100, they want $9-10. So they want 10% of your money.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
They want 10% of your money just to be able to send $100. $100 or less is $10. Exactly. That's exactly how I'm feeling right about now. Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't thinking about the gas you're using to get to Western Union, so you actually using more money.
That's crazy.
Right. Whereas, like I said, with Cash App, I still use it. I use it more than I use any of my other apps because I know that most people have it, and I guess for me, it's just convenient. But what I do is I put my phone in your hand, or I tell you, send me a request, so then that way I know that is you. Because if I turn around and send it to the wrong number, I'm over there trying to reach out to the person saying, "Hey, I just sent you $250, and I accidentally sent you $250. I'm at your mercy now."
Yeah, it's
No,
true.
no. What's your Cash App? Make sure you screenshot. Make sure you send the request. Make sure you type in the number, because once it's done, I'm out of it. And I put that out as my disclaimer. And maybe because I'm tall, and it's like, hey, I'm not gonna mess with him, but you're not getting no more money out of me after we made that final agreement, and you told me that this is what it was. So. I do need to look at Venmo, but you said Apple Pay. They have Google Pay.
Yeah, you got Google Pay. Yeah.
And I remember when we were at CES, they had something called Loop Pay, but I think Loop Pay became either Apple Pay, or they partnered with somebody. And I think Amazon is now about to come out with their own payment system as well. I heard something along the lines that they were coming out with a payment system. So who knows?
Yeah. I was looking to see which ones I have, but yeah, all the ones that we talked about are the ones I currently use as well. But yeah, be careful. Just be careful, folks. Be careful. And someone made the statement as well. Just don't keep a whole lot of cash in those side accounts, right? Quickly move money to your primary checking, your primary saving, or your primary investment account, as opposed to keeping it in something more fluid, like a Cash App, or Venmo, or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
That was a good discussion. That was a good discussion. Hold on, let's just marinate on that a little bit. You rushing us. We
marinate.
Yeah. We ahead of time. We only been live for 50 minutes.
Well, we still got another story. I'm pretty sure you
dog.
got something else that you want to hit me with.
Oh my God! See, Terry, see how it is, brother. That's why I'm glad you're here to be kind of the. That's why I put you literally in the middle, to keep us from so I don't have to reach over there.
Come on, use those go gadget arms all the way from Roseville, California to downtown Atlanta. Come on,
1,000 miles. He over here talking mad about the Cash App, calling it the trash app. Lord have mercy. the man has had problems, I guess. Next story. YouTube We are look as creators, talk. Well, you're not. You look. We know. We aware of this. This is the game that we are in the midst of. We playing. YouTube is testing out auto detect for product features and videos, and suggesting content accordingly, as the title says. Too long didn't read. I'll just say that, and then I'll let you read it because I love it when you read them. But I'll just say this is what Instagram is doing, right, with your stories and with your posts. If you have a store on Instagram. I like the concept. I really do like the concept. I just wonder how accurate the algorithms are going to be. So I'll put that out there and I'll plant that out there and let you read the meat of the story.
So basically, YouTube is always running experiments like the shorts, and right now they have an automated list of products detected in videos uploaded to the site. And as of actually 2 days ago, the 22nd, that test is being expanded to people watching videos
Mhm.
in the US. Basically, it's saying we're experimenting with a new feature that displays a list of products detected in some videos, as well as related products. The feature will appear in between the recommended videos to viewers scrolling below the video player. The goal is to help people explore more videos and information about those products. Uh, so that's basically the meat and bone of the whole thing. The last part of it is YouTube, excuse me, Google. The move is intended to give Google its own piece of the incredibly lucrative affiliate link market, while also tying commerce directly to video upload. Those lists could function as a second recommendation algorithm,
Mhm.
and YouTube serving videos that feature similar products. It could also put YouTube in the same shopping space as other social platforms like the Instagram that you spoke on. So basically, if you're doing a video and this in my video, then you
Mm.
see one of these,
Little
you see one
product
of these in
placement,
my
ladies and gentlemen. Product
yeah, you
placement.
see one of these. Shout out to Benji Lot. I just got it in the mail. Um, but yeah, you see one of those in the video, and the next video that will come up would be a Benji Lock video. You know, or if you have one of these, and it's like, hey, capture card. What's the best capture card out there? You know, and it's like, hey, let me go out there and oh, you can't see me that way.
Oh.
I was actually using the product. It's all good. But but basically you would see a HDMI product, excuse me, a J5 create video that will pop up if they see it in the video. Like right now, you see some video games in my background. Maybe one of those video games would possibly or potentially pull up, and it would take you to the affiliate link or give you a recommended video, and then you click on the link to find out more about whatever that product may be. So yeah,
Okay. I like it. I
you
like
like
it.
it?
I like the fact that you were very descriptive and you actually had some product there to show. Let me fix this right here. Let me bring Terrace back in. I
Always
wonder
say that.
though. So I
How you
wondered.
gonna put yourself in there twice?
See, just give me a second, brother. I don't feel like going into what's known as what we call preview mode here. I'm literally being lazy right now because I want some folks to
Y'all
see.
heard what he said, right? He being what?
I'm
Drop the
being
bomb. Drop the bomb.
I'm being trifling on him. See, that's the bomb that I'm gonna drop on your hand. I'm just being trifling and just bring it in. I want everybody to see what happens behind the scenes. My question is, who gets access to have content show in their feeds, right? Is it only the folks that are already YouTube partners and getting monetization, or
You
is
already
it?
know that they're gonna get it first. They're gonna
Well,
be the beta
yeah.
testers.
So I throw that out
You
there. Yeah, I throw that out there as really as a law of
you
softball.
know they're gonna get it first. So if you're a YouTuber, they're gonna roll out a feature to you and say, since you're a YouTube partner,
Yeah.
hey, would you like to you opt in? They're quite naturally they're gonna want to opt in. No different from live streaming pros or Doc Rock
Mm.
or just any other YouTuber that promotes and has affiliate links. Sammy Cool, I mean, they're gonna get first dibs, and then probably 6 months to a year later, it probably will start to trickle out or roll out to everyone else.
Yeah.
So, just like Hit the Spot has, she deals with food.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a potential, uh, a silverware. It could be a particular utensil that she uses, and then says, "Hey, these are the knives that you gotta have." Remember, we were talking about it had to be a red knife
Had to be
from
the red
Victoria Knox.
knives,
It might be a
man.
it might be a Victoria Knox knife, if that makes sense, and it'd be a Victoria Knox commercial that comes up on her brand or on her show, shall we say? So
Mm-hmm.
you're talking tech, or we're talking tech, and you're talking about your new toys that you have. It could be that. So, but I think it would be more consumer products that will probably have something to do with Amazon. I don't think eBay would probably be one of those partners, shall we say? But like you said, it's an affiliate link.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be with the actual company and say, "Hey, be an affiliate with us," and it drives them back to the company's website or something like that. But I think it would probably, or I think they'll have some type of partnership with YouTube and Amazon.
We'll see, because we know that the merch for YouTube partners is through Teespring, right? So if you get,
Right.
and again, you got to be a partner already. So you already got to have the 4,000 hours. You already got to have the 1,000 subscribers. You got to have all that before you can get access to that and get access to the community tab and all that. This right here, again, is just another way to monetize your channel. So you're right. They're not going to give it to everybody. They're not going to give it to 200 subscribers. They're not gonna give it to 500 subscribers. They're gonna give it to the folks that have a lot of people watching their feeds and
Well,
things of
I
that
would
nature.
think that they would give it to anybody that can monetize. You only need 1,000 followers just to be able to monetize.
Yeah, but you need 4,000 watch hours along with that.
Okay.
That's the hard one to get. Look, yeah, well, they're both challenging, and they're both right goals. I mean, again, you want 1,000 you don't want just people subscribing. You want 1,000 active folks subscribing and commenting, things like that. But yeah, you have to get both of them. You got to get 4,000 total watch hours, and you got to get 1,000
Is that
subscribers.
4,000 watch hours of your content, or is that 4,000 hours of you, the creator?
Your
Because
content,
I
your
created
content on
my.
your channel.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
No, and I say that because I created my YouTube channel back in 2009,
yeah,
and it's now 2020. I have over 680 something videos on my YouTube channel.
right.
So, I mean, I never really figured out what the real rules were to get monetized. Nobody knew what YouTube was back in 2009, but now 2021, everyone is sitting there saying, "Hey, I want to get monetized. How do I make money on YouTube?" And it's like, "Oh, I
Yeah,
never read the rules."
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I,
and I apologize for I shouldn't have said only. So yeah, Tammy. I mean I didn't mean that in disparaging in any way. Yeah, that is a real number. No, I appreciate family checking your boy here and making it right. Um, but yeah, you have to have both of those metrics before you can be now. Because literally 2 years ago, I was monetized on YouTube before they changed their whole algorithm. So having to get back to the certain criteria with him has been
a
fun.
challenge.
Has I got book? Hold on, let me show you something. Where is
See
the
why
book?
he's over there doing that. This time he's not actually freezing up. He's just rolling out off frame.
No, see, look, I'm reading. I'm trying to read. I didn't get the audio book this time. I got the book. I'm trying to read the YouTube formula. I'm trying
I'm
to.
surprised you're not doing this through Amazon Audible, as opposed to actually picking up a physical.
Well, this one I wanted to actually
Terrence,
mark
you
up.
look like a black dot,
I
bro.
know.
Like, help me out. I
I
know
don't.
you got some light on that camera,
I
bro.
don't
Like,
like
help
that.
me out.
Let me make him bigger. I don't like just having a little.
I mean, he just looked like a shadow that's just about to fade out, man. Just ding. There you go. There you go. So what you think of the of YouTube doing this, putting products inside of the video?
I think it's good for people with their own business. I see it. I see it as a good thing for those people. I mean, you got a product, you can get it out there pretty quick,
Mm-hmm.
and the algorithms will pick it up and do its thing. And
Well,
I don't. I'm not. I mean, I have a YouTube channel, and I made it 15 years ago. I probably got over 1 million views on it, but I'm not monetizing nothing. I'm not trying to make money off of it. I was just putting, YouTube videos up just for fun. I won't trying to make no money off of it.
Bro, hold on. You
And
got 1 million views. You need to find a way to to put that to use. So that begs the question that I was going to ask, though, right? Will folks see the product placement if they don't log into YouTube? Because a lot of folks, like my parents, for a long time, they never made a YouTube account. They just flipped on their phone and just logged into YouTube, right? So,
right.
Who's going to get credit for that?
Right. Yeah, that's a good question. How will they go about doing that?
Oh, my biometric just woke up and said, "I just got another follower on YouTube." I just heard it go off just now.
Yeah. Yeah, usually a lot of things now is trying to get you to sign in.
You said what, Terrace?
Now I'm saying usually when you're browsing without being logged in YouTube, a lot of times when you click on something on Facebook, it won't play the video unless you have to sign in. So that's probably going to be a lot. It's probably going to be changing to that.
I love it.
That's something. You just gonna have to pay some people to, just hey y'all, just watch my 15 videos and just let them loop back and forth. Let them
like them for me real quick. Go ahead, just like everything on there twice.
No, don't like it. No, they just got a loop. Just play and just while you go to bed, just leave your computer on and just log into your account. Subscribe and then just watch the videos and let them just automatically roll over to the next video. That's what you need to do. And you got some good content over there over at ITN Live.
Look, I'm following your lead, brother. I'm following your lead. I want to go back to, now I understand there was a comment and it was directed at you, brother. It was hold on one second. At you. And so there we go. I don't want to know the hashtag on your hat.
Oh, the hashtag.
Yeah.
So video texting. There was a company back in the day called Glide. Back in the day. So they were one of the very first would you call Glide and Hang With live streaming?
Yeah.
They were like the messenger.
Yeah.
They were like the Facebook messengers of today.
Yeah.
So basically it was video texting and what you could do with Glide, and they did not last, shall we say. They were, I forgot what country they were from, met them out at CES. You could send a message to a family member, like he's out in California, we're in Atlanta, we're on a different time zone. I could send a message and he could catch it at any time and he could respond back. So it was literally like a video text, shall we say. I got to give a shout out to Sammy Superstar. I got a $5 super chat. This is my first $5. This is my first super chat. I got a super chat over here. Like,
see,
man,
brother,
I feel honored, man. Like, yo. So for the one, I'm sorry, Anna. No disrespect, but let me tell you how these super chats work. Yeah. Super chats, when you
get them super chats.
Do it again. Yeah. Right. So let me tell you how the super chats work. Super chats are, you set up your account. Somebody, if you give out great content or if they have a question, you put out a super chat. And once you see that you got the super chat, whatever question, they get the next question, or they get whatever, they get that time, shall we say.
Yeah.
So basically, Sammy just gave me $5 because he likes the comment or he likes what's going on with the show. So James, I got you $250 on the cash on the Cash App.
On the Cash App. Oh Lord, the Cash App. See, I don't have super chats yet. That's why I got my buy me a coffee up on the screen right there.
Right.
I'm trying to get to that level.
So when you get monetized on YouTube, super chats are the coolest thing ever. So it lets people know that they appreciate what you're all about and they appreciate your work. And Sammy, I'm honored. You're my very first ever super chat. Thank you so much. You didn't have a question, so I'm just going to just salute you right there. Now back to Anna.
That's what.
So basically, Glide, shall we say, it was a video texting. So you would literally send a video message out to somebody, and normally, like with Messenger, if they don't answer or Instagram chat, or Instagram video, if they don't answer, you don't catch them. You could literally leave a video voice message, and then when they see it, they can respond back to it. And then it was literally face to face video, and that's how it worked. But this was their hashtag video texting, shall we say.
Mhm.
Um, and it catches a lot of people's attention. And I think the hat is pretty cool because, like you said, you're not thinking to look underneath the bottom of the bill cap. You're just looking at the top of the cap as opposed to the bottom. So I think this was a great marketing campaign for people. I mean, for Glide, shall we
Mhm.
say?
Mhm.
And maybe when I do get some merch and I get hats, maybe I'll consider, doing some type of hashtag for myself just to capture people's attention, shall we say? And I'm 7 feet tall, so people are looking up, and
Always looking
you
up
can't
anyway.
help but see it, shall we say?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, I'll tell you what. On the merch front, I'm meeting with Press and Show tomorrow afternoon, and I will
I
I will
need to be
let you
on that
know.
call with you.
Yeah,
I need
look,
to be on that
it's
call with
it's it's no joke. Black owned business. They're based out of the East Coast. They're based out of Florida. They're doing a lot of good work. These shirts are dope. They do hats. I think they do fans as well. So I don't know if it's been officially announced, but I'm gonna drop the news. They are actually going to be the primary vendor for Ecamm
you. Wow.
starting next
Great.
month. So all of the gear coming out of Ecamm Network is going to be produced by the Press and Sew team. Yeah.
So people are asking, "Where's the timer at, James?" And you over here. So it's all good. Don't worry
It's
about it. Don't
okay.
wait till the next. Wait till the next story.
I'll get it
And
right
then
next time. Oh, I don't have any more
and
stories.
and, and,
I'll
and
have
so
it right next time.
for hit the spot. Yes, I have been paid via YouTube, but no one has ever paid me a quarter via super chat, shall we say? So this is my very first ever super chat, and you only get super chats during live streams. So you
True.
got to remember, we just started doing live
True.
streams
That's a good
on
point.
YouTube this year.
That's a
So
good point.
we were doing it on Facebook, but we weren't doing it on YouTube on season, shall we say?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is what
Yeah,
eight,
the
nine shows in.
monetization things for the monetization requirements for Facebook are insane. I think it's 10,000 fans or 10,000 followers, something like that. It's ridiculous. But hey, it's all good. But we'll keep doing this YouTube thing and trying to learn this YouTube formula is what we gonna do.
Right, right.
Terrence, what you know good,
I
brother? What you know good, man? Keep
be
up,
quiet
brother.
over there,
Keep up.
man.
I know you got to keep up. You in the lab, brother. You got to keep up.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. This brother. Terrence, you never coming back. He's like, these brothers are crazy. Trust me, there is a runner show and there is a method to the
Try
madness,
to stay
but enlighten, entertain, and educate. We focus on those three
right.
things. We enlighten, we give the information, but we got to entertain as well because all these other shows on the line, they kind of
They're
dull.
boring.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they're
So we
boring.
got to bring ourselves to it. You said Terrence went to sleep on you. What you got
Yeah.
next, brother? What you got next? I'm gonna throw it your way. What you got next?
Black Tech. Do you have that article with you?
Of
You,
course
you
not.
got it?
That would be too easy because I deleted it because you said we weren't gonna do it.
We said we were gonna scrap it, didn't we? Yep.
We did. We
So,
did.
do I need to email it to you real quick?
No. Just go ahead, keep talking, and I'll get it up here in 2
All right.
minutes.
So, Black Tech
Dougie Fresh,
Nation.
y'all.
Don't forget to put the timer up. I guess once you figure it out. But Black Tech Nation Ventures is creating a fund to support Black techies nationwide. So thanks to an emerging fund, Black entrepreneurs are finally getting the support they've been waiting on. Black Tech Nation, a multifaceted tech organization, is described as building a digital conda through education, digital media, recruitment, and funding for a family of Black coders, innovators, creators, entrepreneurs, educators, nerds, and anything tech related, shall we say. Basically, the goal is to simply get more Black people funded. Basically, the creator or the partner, the general partner, Kalani Jasmine, she, alongside with the rest of her team, have been working hard to make this a reality for a Pittsburgh-based organization through its successfully created 50 million first fund with the help of fellow uh, with the help of a fellow named from GP Sean Sebastian and David Motley. Um, Basically, this is all brand new for them, and they think it will be historic and offer a literal economic shift for the Black community and building generational wealth. Um, they want to be able to mold the foundation of the tech community and helping tech communities or the Black tech sector get funding.
Hmm.
Um, they said, in addition to establishing the 50 million fund, the Black Tech Nation also plans to make a seed and Series A investments in software startups across the country, and especially to those from Silicon Valley, according to TechCrunch. Black Tech Nation is short in short, serves as a dedicated space for Black tech unicorns of our generation and to gain the support they need financially and socially by providing access to vast network of tech professionals in the industry as well as resources. The firm operates in a capacity that's advocating for tech equity across the board. So I think this is good because unfortunately, if you know anything about Silicon Valley, if you know anything about black tech, I mean, it's literally not even 1%.
Yeah.
It's not even 1%. I mean, I think black tech women founders are like a point 0.5, if that makes sense. That's crazy, an
Yeah.
unheard of number. And we're consumers of tech, but to find the startups, to find the entrepreneurs, to find the software developers, to find the terraces, to find, the James Hicks, you know, it's not a lot of us that are out there. Now, I'm on the consumer side. So yeah,
Mhm.
they want to sell us the product, but the ones that are actually developing, I mean, we have to find a way to highlight them. I mean, no knock against Clubhouse, no knock against Meerkat, no knock against any other tech funded organization, company, developer, software, platform, whatever you want to call it. But it's like, hey, you're out here as African Americans, and as much as we consume it with our money in African American dollars,
Mhm.
why not have some type of presence?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, 50 million is not a lot of money when we're talking about tech, shall we say. So, I mean,
That's a good point.
I'm looking over I'm looking over at Start Engine, I'm looking over at Republic, and people have already gotten 2 and 3 and $4 million just for a startup that hasn't even went public yet. And I mean, these are great products, but they're not African American made products. Now, when we come out with it, we got to start a GoFundMe. We got to, basically pull dollars wherever we can pull dollars to make it happen.
Yeah.
So I think that this is great that this company is saying, hey, we're going to start out with the initial investment of 50 million, and hopefully people they'll brand themselves to where there's other monies out there to where other VCs can invest in them to give them more money to highlight these African American uh, developers, software engineers, the people that's creating the tech content.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of
Here,
what you said, I think is also, and I'll let Terrence, I'll let you go, but I just, before it falls out of my head and if I forget it, some of what you said, I think the African American community, from an entrepreneur perspective, what you just said shows how resourceful we are, right? Because a lot of times we don't have the opportunities. A lot of times we'll walk into the bank and we get a little side eye, or we get we don't get the same types of opportunities, but we find a way. Right, there's always a way, utilizing community, going out there and doing some grassroots types of activities. So we may not get the money from, and I'm just going to name it. I haven't been turned down by it, but I'm just going to Wells Fargo. We may not get the money from Wells Fargo, but we'll find out a way to get it from the community and the church and the local civic center. I mean, we'll be resourceful if we find if we've got something and that we actually believe in, and we put the work in to get it. If you put the work in, blessings will come, and you'll get the benefits from it. But things like this, we've seen Google, we've seen Apple, we've seen Start Engine. I'm an investor in a couple of companies through Start Engine as well. Incredible possibilities and an incredible entrant for regular consumers to get into investment opportunities ahead of time. Yeah, we're not going to get in when institutional investors are going to get in, but we can still get in pretty early with firms and things like this, like Start Engine and like the ones that are doing these types of things. So, that being said, I just wanted to put that out there. Yeah. Even though we may not be the first in line all the time, but nothing wrong with being in the middle of the line once in a while, but still finding a way to get up to the top of that mountain. So,
Right. I mean, we do it for shoes. I just don't understand why
oh,
we can't do it for.
we do it for
I'm just
shoes.
saying.
That make it plain, brother. Make it plain. You know, you ready for them drops, aren't you? You know, when Nike is dropping them new Jordans like they just did, I was looking at them too, to be honest with you. But yeah,
Terrence, what you got, man? What you think?
Yeah, I think it's good for the blacks. I mean, I I don't know a lot of people that's in my field, so uh, it's kind of boring. Like talking to people, like they be like, "Man, this guy talking about robots. We don't know what he talking about." Like, so sometimes it's kind of like, why nobody? I mean, there's money in this field. Like, I be trying to get people on board. Like, hey, uh, look at this video. I actually wanted to go to like one of the automation shows in like I think Vegas. I don't remember exactly the name of it, but all these vendors come with all the robots and stuff, and these companies come through and say, "Hey, I can use that robot at McDonald's or something." That's how
mm,
things start.
hmm,
But I mean, I have a lot of tools that I can use to build stuff and things. I just ask my friends like, "Hey, man, let's create something. Let's build something." And like you said, you got to have funds, and what y'all just talked about. That's good that the funds are there. Because I had an idea one time about like a smart shopping cart, and I think
mm,
that somebody else already created that a while back. And me and a couple more people, we was gonna do it, but it's everybody's working on stuff and stuff happening so quick. It's like if you're gonna do something, you better go ahead and do it because somebody else already working on it.
that's true right there,
And
brother.
Yeah. I mean, this show is a living testament of that. You know, we've been talking tech for a long time, but how many people have tech shows out there? But I don't know anybody that's got an African American tech show. But it was
no,
one of those things where it was like, hey, we're going to talk about it from the African American
Hmm.
perspective and put people on notice of what's going on in the tech community. But if
Hmm.
we don't talk about it, somebody else is going to come along and do the same thing.
Yep.
So, I mean, we're not getting funded. It's just this is but at the end of the day, like James said, you gotta have you don't go walk into the bank 'cause you know that 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get denied. So it's like just find your own way. I told somebody at the bank a couple of weeks ago, I don't come into the bank and ask you guys for money. I'm not even expecting you to give me any money. I'm not even expecting you to give me a credit card, even though I qualify for a credit card. I'm just
Hmm.
gonna find my own way, and that's sad that that has already been implanted in my head. Whereas if I spend my dollars with you, I should be able to get some type of services back if that makes sense
Yeah.
because that's in my head. But to see that, hey, we're seeing that bank with Killer Mike and that bank and Andrew Young coming out where they're saying, "Hey, we're going to invest into the black community, and we're going to help to see a Citizens Trust Bank, say, hey, this is an African American black owned bank." I mean, so to be able to say for the tech community, when there's only 1% of black techies that are out there, right now, Isaac Hayes III, he has an app called Fanbase. You've heard me talk about Dawn Dixon,
Hmm.
Arlen, I think it's Arlen Hampton. I think that's her name. She has something. So I mean, those are three black people that I
He'll be
I
back.
know that based off of putting out quality product, they've been able to get their family and friends to support them. But then now they're starting to bring it to the market, and people, because of they are and the name that they've made in the tech space, maybe a few articles written about them, they're now able to, get more funding to be able to put a solid product out there uh to the world or to the
Hmm.
United States or whatever. So and when you hear about this product called Fanbase, or you hear about this product called Popcom, or you hear about Republic coming up in the next 5 to 10 years, is going to be like, well, how did they do it? And right now, it's been through a community of people, as opposed to being able to go to the bank or being able to go to a VC and saying, "Hey, I need." Can't just walk up to Mark Cuban and say, "Hey, I need $10 million." But he give it to you. Can't walk up to Mr. Wonderful and tell him that you need $10 million. Will he give it to you? I mean, go to all the pitch contests all you want, but you gotta have you gotta be 3 times as good, 5 times better. So to be able to hear that this venture company is saying, "Hey, we have $50 million to assist," and that really means a lot, especially for people that are in the tech community. And I champion them. I hope that they do right. I hope there's no scandals that come along with this process. And I hope that they're the start of something very huge and something very big, um, for the tech community, because we need more companies like this. That we
Brother, dropping some knowledge on him. I ain't mad at you, brother. I ain't mad at you. Dropping some knowledge on him. That's why I put you on big screen, God dog it.
I appreciate. It.
Yeah. Great show, man. Great show. What I love the fact is that there's still, well, I'm looking at a handful of metrics, and there's still double digits folks that are timed in and watching the show on whatever channel that they're watching. So we appreciate that. That's what we do, folks, right? We bring out the consumer side of technology. We are, as Tallboy was saying, we are unbiased. We've got a lot of organizations that we work with and want us to either review their products, talk about their products, and we work with a handful of organizations, but we'll get on here and tell you if we like it, if we don't like it. Sorry. Right. If it doesn't work with our environment, if it's not valuable for you to spend your hard-earned dollars on, we'll let you know. And we've got a couple of insights to some product and development and research and development companies to tell them how we're utilizing some of their projects. So their products. So like the capture cards that we're using, like the mixers that we're using, the microphones and things like that. So continue to tune in, continue to subscribe, continue to support. We appreciate it. We're humbled by your attention. Brother Terrace, hopefully you can come back again, one more again. We appreciate you coming in, bringing in that robotics engineering perspective to the people. Tell the folks where they can catch you online, man. If you got some social content or some social places where they can reach out and find out what you're doing in your world.
I don't really be on a lot of social media. I just got Facebook, and my YouTube channel, but I don't get on there. Instagram, I don't get on. Like usually I'm on social media when I'm traveling. Like I just came back from Gatlinburg, Tennessee last week, so I put a couple videos up. But other than that, I don't really be on social media.
I ain't mad at you, man. I ain't mad at you. Sometimes you gotta unplug, and then you done gone ahead and unplug. Nothing wrong with that, brother. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Hey man, good show, man.
Tall boy, you good?
I'm good. You know what it is.
It's the lab.
What?
Oh, it's the lab, and we out.